Love and prosperity, love and prosperity. Avoid people who avoid God. The main reason I've even made this video is because a lot of people in today's generation avoid God when realistically we should be putting God over ourselves. I mean, He gave us every single thing we have, anything you can think of, anything that comes to mind, anything you can see, the world we live in, the families that we have around us, our friends, everything is provided to us from God. So to avoid someone that has created you, someone that has created opportunities for you, someone that has given you life, it would be foolish. It would be foolish, absolutely foolish to avoid God. And that's why we need to avoid people that avoid God. So the first thing on my list is that people that avoid God potentially they can block your blessings. You being around these type of people that avoid God, they block your blessings. It says in 2 Corinthians 6 verse 14 that you should not be equally yoked with unbelievers, especially if you're a believer. For what fellowship has righteousness to do with the unrighteous? So in other words, like, why would a good person be around someone that's bad? Like, what does a good person have in common with someone that's bad? What communion has light with darkness? So obviously, as a Christian or a believer in Christ, usually we would take communion. This would involve eating bread and wine. So it's trying to say, why would we eat bread and wine with people that are in darkness if we already have the light? And there's obviously there's a link between light and darkness, but they are polar opposites. To surround yourself around people that are in darkness when you already have the light, if anything, you're just bringing more darkness into yourself. You're dimming your light. Your light is becoming absorbed by the darkness and will eventually become darkness. You will turn from light to darkness. These type of people are blocking your blessings. They don't know it. You can't blame them for this. They're being used by obviously the devil. That's why they avoid God. They don't want to know about God. That's why I always tell you guys to get wisdom first. Wisdom is very important. If you want to gain wisdom, and if you want to gain wisdom the right way, read the Bible, read Proverbs. I would read the Bible from like front to back. But definitely if you want to start off, read Proverbs. You will gain a lot of knowledge from it. Proverbs is pretty much just literally just full of wisdom. It's just full of wisdom, and if you don't want to get that wisdom, that's up to you. You can't force someone to do something that they don't feel is right, that they don't want to do. All you can do is give them the right advice. They either take it or leave it, and you keep it stepping. The next thing on my list is that people that avoid God cause temptations. So being around them, you're hindered by temptations. It says in the Bible that let no man say when he is tempted that he is tempted of God, because God cannot be tempted with evil. Neither will God tempt any man. So God will never tempt you. He can never be tempted with evil. So it's just a thing where you can never say if something that is brought towards you that could cause you temptation, that it was God, that God was the reason for that. Or you can never say that because you surrounded yourself around the wrong type of people, that God was the reason that you were surrounded around these people. Most of the time, it's your own free will. Sometimes the devil could use certain people in your life. It could even be good people sometimes, where the devil will use a good person to bring them in your life and to just destroy your mind in that specific moment. But obviously, God can intervene. He can help you if you seek him, which is very difficult, especially in days like this. There's a lot of temptation. It's difficult to avoid people that avoid God. And all we can do is just pray, fast, read the Bible, get to know God, create that relationship, stay on our purpose, be hard workers, don't be slothful, don't be lazy, complete your objectives every single day, work to higher goals, let people know about Christ, give to the people that are poor. These small things will always add up, and you might not see it now, you might not want to do it, you might not care. You might think that God is the reason you're suffering, God is the reason you're going through so many issues, God is the reason why certain bad things in your life has happened. But you've got to think like God is wiser than all man. He knows why he does certain things. He knows why he allows certain things to happen. Everything happens for a reason. He will never give us anything too hard for us to manage. So in that regard, in that perspective, don't blame God for the bad things that happen. Just thank him for the good things that have happened, and also for keeping you alive. Like, the fact that you're alive, that's a big enough blessing. That's already enough of a reason for you to not avoid God, if anything. The next thing on my list though is bad influences. So people that avoid God are bad influences. When it comes to family, you can't really avoid your family, because God puts your family in your life for a reason, to test your patience, to test your humility, to see if you can improve your people skills. And also it says in the Bible that you should honor your parents, so your days may be long, so you may live a good life. So obviously it says in 1 Corinthians 15:33 that bad company, so bad friends, bad people that are associated with you, corrupts good character. So bad company corrupts good character. So if you are a good person, if you always have good thoughts, you're always positive, you're always loving one another, loving your friends, loving your family, loving your neighbor as you love yourself, being around these bad people, these evil people, you can't really blame the actual person, because usually it's the devil using their vessel to destroy other people. So don't ever blame the specific person. Like, I can't blame a certain friend for doing something bad against me, because it's not to their own will. Sometimes it could be, but most of the time it's not. They're not like consciously doing it to wrong you. It's the devil is literally using them to make certain bad things happen. So despite the fact that you might be a good person, it's easy to be influenced, it's easy to change, it's easy to be corrupted. And that's why most of the time it's better to just avoid these type of people. But it also says in the Bible that we shouldn't completely ignore the people that are of this world. We should help them, give them the right advice, show them how we should live our lives, be the example to them. Don't follow them, be the example. So be be the leader. Show them the blessings that God is giving you in your life. Let them want to come to God through you. Don't go to them because the devil is using them as a vessel. If you follow them, you're going to become like them, and you're going to open a door to that same vessel for the devil to use you as well. So these were the three things that you should, or the three reasons why you should avoid these type of people that avoid God. And quickly, I'm gonna tell you guys what God hates. So the type of people that God hates. So obviously these would be the type of people you avoid as well. And this is all in Proverbs as well. So this is Proverbs 6, verse 16 to 19. So God hates a proud look. So someone that's full of pride, they love themselves more than anything in this world. Like, they love themselves. They don't care about other people. They're just selfish. They just love themselves. It's really hard to describe a proud person, but it's just a person that like looks down on other people. They see themselves as like a king, a god, almost a lord, but there's only one God. God hates a lying tongue. So anyone that's like always lying and they're used to it, it's normal to them. God hates these type of people. He despises them. And obviously God is of the truth. So he can't be a partaker of people that are of like lies, essentially. So if you're a liar, you're the opposite of God. You're the devil, or you're being used by the devil, almost like the devil. God hates hands that shed innocent blood. So people that are murderers, people that kill other people that don't deserve to be killed. And he can still forgive all these type of people. It's just, he just hates their ways. He doesn't like the way they act. He knows that we're human beings. He knows that we can be used by the devil. The devil rules this world. That's why I say we're in hell. So it is very difficult to, especially if you've been raised in a society where not killing is normal, but it's almost normal to kill, or like you have to learn how to kill. Then obviously he may forgive you if you repent and come to him. I'm not God, so all I can go by is what I've read in the Bible, what I've experienced in my own life, what I feel like is right. The next thing is that he hates a heart that deviseth wicked thoughts or imaginations. So anyone that has a heart that like plots against other people to like see them being brought down. So in their minds, they think to bring down other people. They think to put them down. He hates people like this. And it makes sense logically. Anyone that is full of like wicked thoughts, that has a heart that is unclean, that's always trying to bring other people down with them. God wouldn't like someone like that. He likes people that are lovers of all men. Feet that be swift in running to mischief. So it's like people that just enjoy doing bad things, being wicked. They're always running towards, or they're always in the presence of wicked people or wicked situations. They run to, like, they're literally the first one to go do evil. Like, you know these type of people, guys. Like, you've probably experienced one or two people in your life that are just like quick to be in trouble. I was this type of person. Especially growing up in my childhood, I was someone that I wasn't really liked amongst most people. This just shows me though, that's like a sign that I've been called from young. I've been chosen. I've had a rough life. I've suffered a lot. I've definitely had a lot of people, friends around my circle that tried to lead me in the wrong path, that tried to run into like mischief. They're always plotting and trying to do evil to others. Very fake. They're not there for you when you need them. They're only there when they need you, which is a sign as well, obviously, that these are the wrong type of people to be around. And the last thing is a false witness that speaketh lies. So someone that they saw what actually happened, but because they're friends with the bad person, they're like they're defending that person with lies just so they can get out of trouble, both of them, so they can both get out of trouble. So it's like, well, sometimes in some cases they weren't even there, but they're still like defending the person that actually did the wrong thing. Or they just gossip about people, they slander people, they bring people down just because they get a high, a fun, a thrill of doing that. And these are people you should definitely like run away from, because they won't have your best interest at heart. They will use you, they will manipulate you any chance they have. Like in any moment they'll just, you can't trust these type of people. And sometimes, yeah, they've been through a lot in life, which makes sense, but these type of people, there's just no point. You're just gonna go downhill, and it's just not gonna be worth it in the long run. So just avoid these type of people who avoid God, avoid people who hate God, avoid people who God hates. You can't, like I said, you can't really avoid family, certain friends, the best thing you can do is just keep an arm's length. Just be wary of them. Just be careful, tread lightly, love them, show them the love of God, teach them the right things. That's the best thing you can do, guys. It's been your boy Paul Khadar. Take care, guys, and we out.